Oh, good evening, or morning, or afternoon, or whatever it happens to be. Right here, it happens to be morning because it is 4 minutes into a new day. It is now the 7th of May. It is the 7th of May, and it is 12:04 a.m. I went and did some shopping, and in my shopping, I picked up one of these. It is the Elijah Craig 12. And supplies are dwindling. They're slowly going down, but I can still get a bottle. And I might get one more after this because I went to another store where okay, here's the story. I went to the liquor store where I usually go, and my friend Mike there was telling me that he was at another store and he was looking for some of this. This is the Maker's 46. And that was a few weeks ago. He was looking for that. And he was thinking, should I get this or should I get that? And he ended up getting something else. But today, earlier in the day, he saw some Elijah Craig. And it was not the 12. He said it was some kind of barrel something. And I'm thinking, oh, Elijah Craig barrel proof? I didn't know we had that in British Columbia. So I asked him where was it that he saw that. And I thought, okay, let's go. I'm going to go there and I'm going to get me a bottle of that if I can find it. Well, you know what? The barrel proof Elijah Craig was not to be had. What it was Elijah Craig small batch, which is the successor of the 12. This is the age statement 12, and the small batch is the new version without the age statement. So naturally I didn't get that. But I found something else that was very interesting. A wild turkey. Okay, this is the wild turkey 101. But they had wild turkey rye, which I'd never seen on the shelves here before. So I picked up a bottle of that. You can probably guess where I'm going with this. This idea was suggested by a commenter who asked me, what is the difference between the Maker's 46, the Wild Turkey 101, and the Elijah Craig 12? What is the difference between these three? Well, I'm going to establish that in this little video, which might take a while to do. Now let's see. Elijah Craig. This one I just bought today just to do this because I ran out of this stuff. I ran out of this juice just a couple of weeks ago. And it was a nice bottle. Elijah Craig seems to last a while on my bar. But let's get, come on. There we go. All right. Let's pour us a dram of this. Now, what would be fun is a blind taste test, but I'm not doing one of those. That's the Elijah Craig 12 in a glass. It is a commemorative 2017 Whiskey Festival glass. That's where I get my Glencairns, folks. I don't buy them. I get them for free when I go to whiskey festivals. And here's the Elijah Craig 46. Not Elijah Craig. This is Makers. Makers. Rhymes with bakers, but I don't have any bakers today. Oh, okay. There's a Maker's 46. And this one I like a hell of a lot because this is my second bottle. And I think I bought this bottle about a month ago. And my first bottle was gone in a month. So I like this stuff a lot. Mainly because of the high alcohol, the high ABV. And when I'm towards the end of a flight, I always go for a high ABV. And this one being 101 proof, that's 50.5% alcohol by volume. It's a go-to for the end of the flight. Such as Glengarry is also, or Glengarry is also one that I go to at the end. This one is also in a Whiskey Festival glass from 2016. And if I haven't mentioned it yet, the Maker's 46 is in a Whiskey Festival glass from 2015. All right, so what are the differences and similarities? Let's nose the wild turkey. Strong cherry, vanilla, caramel. Your standard bourbon nose, but with a little bit of bite because it's got a high alcohol content. Bring that out. Ah, lovely. No wonder this disappears fast from my bar. Put this over here. Okay. So let's go for the Makers. This one is more it's a lot gentler. Immediately I noticed that there's wheat in there. It's not as vanilla and caramel forward. It's a little more subtle in that department. I'd venture to say that it's more oaky than the wild turkey. And cherries. Yes, I'm getting a strong cherry note from this. Now I'm getting vanilla, but it's a lot more subtle than in the wild turkey. Caramel, not so much. I'm getting more wood. And the 12-year-old Elijah Craig. Oh. Interestingly enough, this one has more of a rye bite to it than the other two. This is a higher rye content. So I'm getting that slightly minty thing, as well as lots of classic bourbon, vanilla, caramel. I would say that these two have higher vanilla and caramel. But wait, here, now I'm getting a beautiful cherry note from the Elijah Craig. Beautiful cherry note. So this has higher rye, this is higher wheat, and I believe this one is more corn than either of these two. Oh, beautiful. Yeah. I'm going to enjoy this bottle, and hopefully I'll get one more before it's all gone for good. Now, let's get back to this one. Glorious. You know, all three of them are wonderful nosing whiskeys. This one's bottled at 50% alcohol by volume. This is at 47, and this is at 47. Is it 47? Yes, 47. Is this 47 point something? 47 exactly. So, let's taste Good Acres. Beautiful, smooth. In the middle, there's a lot of wood that comes out. Lots of wood. Lots of fresh American oak. More so than any other. And then towards the end, there's bourbon and there's caramel and there's vanilla. Do that again. Lots of wood. Lots and lots of oak. A lot of those fresh oak flavors. A little bitter. Yes, a little bitter. Along with the cherry and the vanilla and the caramel. A lot of oak. Let's go for this one here. The Elijah Craig 12. This is more fruity, less oaky. Strong cherry note. A little bit of peaches, interestingly enough, which I didn't ever notice before. Like a peach pit kind of thing. There's another kind of fruity note. And there's the caramel. Taste it. Compared to the Maker's 46, it's a little more fruity, a little less oaky. I'm getting cherries and apricots. Along with that apricot, apricot and cherry, apricot and cherry, apricot and cherry. And then underneath all that apricot and cherry, there is vanilla and there's caramel. I didn't think I would get so much apricot and cherry out of that. Now, Wild Turkey 101. I'm not getting so much to the nose now. But what do I taste? Of course, I'm influenced by these tastes quite a bit. Let's fresh water. I'm going to get pretty wrecked finishing these 3 glasses. Okay. Cherry. Vanilla. Vanilla caramel and something else. That reminds me of wafer biscuits. Taste. This is a bit drier. A bit drier than the other 2. There's the vanilla again. And there's the caramel also. Okay. If you want it fruity, more fruity, go for the Elijah Craig 12. If you want it more woody, you want more of those oak notes, you want a little bit of that bitterness, you want, excuse me, you want big flavor and more woody, go for the Maker's 46. If you want it just to be strong and good, you Wild Turkey 101. Let's do one more last taste. Cherry, apricot, a bit of sweetness. There is wood, but it's subtle. There's the vanilla. It's making my mouth water like crazy. And caramel. Beautiful. The Maker's 46. Definitely a lot more wood. Also, terribly mouth-watering. You can feel those salivary glands just jetting out saliva. It's just making my mouth water. So more fruity, more woody. And the Wild Turkey being a classic bourbon on the nose and on the palate. Ooh, now I'm getting a licorice note, a black licorice note, which I never noticed there before. Oh, okay. Driest, Wild Turkey 101. Woodiest, oakiest, Maker's 46. Fruitiest. Yeah, the most fruity would be the Elijah Craig 12. So fruity, woody, and dry. Take your pick. What would you prefer? Do you like it fruity? Mm. Woody? Yeah. Or dry? I love all three. All three are really excellent bourbon whiskeys. All three I would recommend. And all three I am enjoying right now. And I will do so till I fall asleep the next time. I don't think it will be all that long now, folks. Anyways, cheers.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food quick.
Yeah.